What's up, guys, and welcome to the second installment of the Only 67's podcast. With me today, as always, the lovely co-host, and by lovely, I mean absolutely disgusting to look at and filthy looking, AvgUSGamer.
Hello there.
And
Actually,
me,
better looking than you,
I
bitch.
don't know about that. He doesn't want to be on a face cam because he breaks all the cameras that he's on. Anyways, with me, your not co-host, the host, AnceldaAce. Just call me Ansel. I don't care. In today's episode of the Only 67's podcast, me and AvgGamer are going to be going over some of our most influential games or our most favorite games overall. Just talking about some of the games that we love. So anyway, guys, hope y'all stick around. Yeah, let's get into the video. All right, guys. So here we are. Here's the beautiful layout. Yeah, it's absolutely stunning. Of course, because it was made by me. Anyway, so first off, we're gonna go with some of my games that I've just loved and that have influenced the way that I am now. So I think I'm gonna start off with the number one, very first game that I ever played, and that was Medal of Honor. So this game, let me put it in here real quick. Yeah, this game right here, this OG PS1 game. Like, look at that. Look that. Do you not see how old that game is, AVG?
Yeah, I see the
Like,
fucking art.
like it is PlayStation 1. I remember playing this when I was 4 years old. Whenever my dad, he would play it in the living room a little bit. And whenever he went to go to the restroom, I would sit down in my little chair and pick up the controller and start shooting Nazis. It was so funny.
How do you even remember playing that at 4 years old?
Dude, because I remember it was the very first time I ever played a video game. Like, it was pretty impactful to me. Like, the first game I ever played was Medal of Honor, and that set the tone for like I was like, oh, I'm shooting Nazis when I'm four. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, it
Hell
was.
yeah.
I had beat in the game. It's a really fun game. You have some cool missions. Like you have to go into some sewers at one point. That's what this is the game, AVG, where I fell in love with the P40.
P40.
Yeah, the P40. The yeah, the P40. You know, the German gun. It looks a little.
No idea what you're talking about.
Hold on. Let me show you an image real quick.
Ain't that the game with like the creepy sewer bit where you had to like throw
Oh,
grenades at
my
it so
bad.
it blew
I
up?
misspoke. MP40.
Oh, the MP4.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
now
what I
I
meant. I
know
don't know
that
why I
one.
said P. Yeah, the MP40. I fell in love with the MP40. I just love the look of it, and in the game it was just fun to use. Yeah, and like some of the missions were so cool. And one of them I remember you have to show like your ID to people to get by, like a little like undercover Nazi spy trying to get some information to the Allies. And in the sewer mission, I remember you had to. There were some German Shepherd attack dogs. Those things are horrifying to me. I was scared. I was terrified of big dogs when I was little because I was attacked by one, quote unquote. I mean, it wasn't really
I
attacking. It was
assume they were 8-bit, right? Or like at least
ah,
blocky as
they
fuck.
weren't blocky, man. It was
Hmm.
PS1 graphics. This ain't the
They were
64.
so realistic, bro.
They were for me. I was like, oh my god. And they were like, yeah. It was horrifying. But yeah, I had to put down the poor doggos. But they were trying to bite my face off. So in my defense, I mean, but yeah, this game was the game that I started off playing. And I mean, it wasn't the greatest game ever made, obviously. It's not even the best Medal of Honor game, but it is still one of the games that impacted me the most because it was my first game. And I don't know if a lot of people, ABG included, actually knows what their first game that they played was.
Hey, it was Mario on the N64, all right?
Hey, yes, sir. Hey, that was a good one. So moving on, we have the beautiful Medal of Honor going off in the first spot. Now, secondly, I'm trying to think because there's so many games that I played in my childhood, but I'm gonna go with my next one is gonna be the OG Lego Star Wars Original Saga or Lego Star Wars 2, the original saga for the PlayStation 2. Now, I don't know. Have you played Lego Star Wars 2, AVG?
I don't think I ever have. I've played the Indiana Jones and Batman, but I don't know if I ever played Star Wars on
I
the
could have sworn you
Lego.
did. Because me and my brother, we 100%ed Lego Indiana Jones, and this is the reason why I put this on here. Because me and my little brother, we played so many games together as kids. Because there wasn't really we were kids. We always hung out all the time. We played outside in the woods, beating each other up with sticks and everything. That was fun times. But yeah, one of the games.
Yeah, very different upbringing.
Yeah, well, you had a sister, so you
Hmm.
can't really beat her with a stick.
Nope.
But yeah, one of the things that we really bonded over, I think, in my opinion, I think we bonded over a lot was playing video games like Lego Star Wars, Lego Indiana Jones, and Lego Star Wars 2. Till this day, I'm still mad because we have 99 point, I think 8% of that game. We need one more mission, and we still haven't beat it. It was like it was the stupidest, like hard mission, in for us at least in that game. It was just annoying. Like you had to like beat a level within a certain time, and like have to
Oh.
get a certain amount of studs. You had to do like all these certain things. We're like, oh, like it was the last golden brick too.
Mhm.
It was so annoying. But this game was so fun. Like we would replay all the levels all the time. We would try to compete to see who gets more studs. We would kill each other just for shits and giggles. And then yeah, this was I mean, I guess I really started liking Legos a lot more when I played this game because I mean, Lego game. And this is like the golden era in my opinion of Lego games. Back when they really didn't talk too much, but
Oh yeah.
they still have that vibe. Like I think Lego Harry Potter. It was like the last of that genre per se. Like because I think after that they started talking in the Lego games. I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
And it was like still blocky. Like they acted sort of how Legos would. Now they don't really care.
It's a lot more convoluted now.
Yeah, now they're a lot more. What's the right word? Complex, I guess, is they're just a lot more complex games. Which isn't bad, don't get me wrong. I just kind of miss the old one. That's why I'm super excited for whenever Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga comes out in 2094. Because it keeps getting pushed back.
Yeah.
We will be playing that game, AvG. Let me
Got
know.
so many codes for ships.
Dude,
Kids,
yes, the
music.
codes. Oh man, I forgot about another game. I'm not going to add it onto the list, but it was another game. It was a Star Wars PS1 game. I can't remember the name. But it had the Konami code. And it unlocked all the levels. And I don't know. I just stumbled upon it. I was like, like I don't know. Maybe it wasn't the Konami code. It was a code. It was like a bunch of squares and triangles on the PS1, and I threw these circles. And I like punched it in. I was like, oh, wow, there's a code here. What? And it was like all levels or something. Because I was a stupid child. I didn't know what I was doing. But yeah, now that I
Yeah.
look back, that game is pretty cool. All right, so Lego Star Wars 2, as I said, impact on me. Good memories of me and my brother playing, killing each other. Okay, next, I mean, I've got to go with another Star Wars game, technically, and that's going to be Star Wars Battlefront 2. I mean, the OG one, 2005. Star Wars Battlefront 2 is a masterpiece of a game, and I pity anybody that has not played it. That
I've
includes
only ever heard of the new ones, so yeah, I've never played it.
this was such a beautiful game at the time. I remember. You remember the book fairs
Yeah.
from middle school? I bought this from one of the school, like those little crappy magazine kind of like papers that we get from the school fair.
Wait,
Like,
they sold games on there?
yeah, dude, it was like the last pages. It was like they had like these games like that. And I asked my parents, and they said, yeah. So I had a bag of quarters that I've been saving up, and it was like 19.99. It was like $20. So I gave it to my teacher, these $20 of quarters and crap. And she's like, okay,
Oh my
here. And
God.
we shipped it out. And then I got it back like 3 weeks later. I was like, oh my God, a video game, yeah! And I played the living crap out of that game. It was so fun.
That's why my parents never really wanted to spend that much on like.
Well, I spent my own money.
allow me
That's the
to spend
thing.
that much.
I spent my $20 on like with my coins. I just specifically remember that. But I like the story in this game is so good. You go through the 501st journey from the very beginning of the war to the end, where you kill all the Jedi's, including the younglings. Yeah, yeah. It's really like driven because they have like pretty nice moments in there. And then you have the Galactic Conquest. That's what
The
the new
hell is
battle.
that?
Galactic Conquest, dude. So you have all these planets, and like you have the galaxy, and then you have planets like Hoth, Endor, Coruscant, and depending on whether like what era, like the Rebellion era or the Galactic War with the droids and everything,
Mhm.
and whatever side you picked, it would have different planets. Like if you did like the Rebels, you would have Hoth, and the Empire would have Endor, and those were like capital planets, kind of. So you could, if you capture them once, or if they got captured by the enemy, you can never use them again. They're destroyed pretty much.
What the hell?
So yeah, you would go around with your capital ships, planet to planet, conquering them, like by defeating 200 something enemies, and you would use
Oh.
tanks, Jedi, Sith, bounty hunters like Boba Fett, Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, Leia, all them. It was so fun. I'm just so sad that they don't have it in the new games. I mean, they kind of have something a little similar on multiplayer, but offline, single player. Galactic Conquest is a beautiful. It was like the best thing because you would have the four. You'd have the Separatists, which are the droids, AvG, and you would have the Galactic
Yeah, I
Empire.
know that much.
I'm making sure you would have the Republic and you'd have the Rebellion. So you had four factions, and I would always go on hard mode because the AI is kind of stupid. I mean, it's a PS2 game. Let's be honest here, be frank. But I would do that, and I would go through the I would go through the campaign like maybe 4 times a year, maybe. Then I would go through each faction and just play it, defeat everybody. It's just a fun game, and I still have it on Steam, so it's great.
This sounds pretty fun.
I think it's on Steam for like $10.
Definitely an interesting game mode. Fucking what was it, Galactic
Yeah,
Conquest?
Galactic Conquest. That is the dope. And then you have some other ones. I can't remember them. I never really played all the other ones, like the free style games. There was. I know you could go to Jabba's palace and have like a capture the flag there. That was really cool too. Whew, man, I just love Battlefront. Next up on this list. Oh man, you got 9, so I'm only a third of the way through. I'm gonna go with Monster Hunter Freedom 2. Now this game, honestly, it was kind of sheer luck that I actually bought this game because I was at a GameStop, yes, before they are, yeah, GameStop back when it was actually good.
What
Uh,
the hell is that? Oh, it's a physical Steam.
yeah, pretty much. Not as good, but still.
Definitely not.
So I remember I was in a GameStop. I can't remember why we were there. We just I think we were in a mall because you know where we live, ABG. Back there, there was nowhere, so we had to go out of town. So it was really rare to find a GameStop.
Uh-huh.
So I think we were on a grocery shopping trip, and I was like, "Hey, mom, can I go to GameStop?" She's like, "Okay, sure, honey." So then I went in. Actually, I think I have it. I think I have the copy with me right now. I'll show you the copies that I can like grab readily within my hands. Um, yeah, I think that is that two. I can't see. And I found this game in the back because I was looking for a PS2 games back then because my uncle just gave us his old PS2. No, not PSP. Sorry, PSP. Sorry. And I was looking for games to play, and let's spin this around. Maybe this is Freedom. Either way, I have Freedom 2. I don't know if it's on me, but I have played it. So I found this cool looking. You see you see like the image of it, right? AVG, like you see that. That's the cover art.
T-Rex?
Yeah,
Or
the
whatever that
tiger.
is?
Yeah, the Tigrex. Yeah, that was the cover image. So I saw that. I'm like, that looks dope. Monster Hunter. Wow, that sounds real fun. I like monsters and I like killing them. That sounds like a game I would like to play. So I
Oh my
bought it. It was
god.
like $20. It was real cheap. And then I played so much of it. Granted, I sucked at it because it's a hard game. Monster Hunter, back then, Monster Hunter was so difficult. Now it's not nearly as difficult. But my main problem was I was really stupid as a child. Yeah. You might see a trend here. Children are stupid.
Yes.
Period. So I didn't know, like, I had no strategy back then in anything. So I would try to fight these monsters head on with a crappy sword and shield, not block at all, or dodge for that matter, rely only on healing, and then die all the time because my healing wasn't good enough. So after I grew up a little bit, like back in junior high, I went to like some of the higher like end, but right before the like the very end of the game, before it even got hard. That even then I couldn't do it back in junior high. And I was like, wow, I'm actually, I'm like, wow, I'm actually, I think I'm stupid. I was like, wow, that's really easy. But yeah, this is what got me into. I don't want to say Souls-esque games because it's not really Souls. It's just Monster Hunter. But those kind of
I don't know.
games that are
Like Dark
stupid,
Souls.
that are hard, like hard games that make you think. So that was the game that got me into the Monster Hunter franchise, which I still love dearly. To my And I can't wait for the new. I was it Sunbreak DLC? I think it's Sunbreak. I think
You
with
mean to tell me that the newer games are not as hard as the older ones?
no, not even close. Not
It's like
even
I
close.
couldn't even do World or Hunter World or
Not
the
even
full
close. Well, I
bro.
mean, like, I was lucky because I'm a glaive user. Yes, I know. Hate me if you want. I love the insect glaive. It's the best weapon for me. High mobility. I can fly a little bit. Can't really block, or you can't block at all. But I discovered the insect glaive back in Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. One of the two. I can't remember. I think it was Ultimate. And then I was playing it in high school with a friend. And he was like, "Hey, you should try out this insect glaive. It's pretty cool." I'm like, "Okay," because I was just trying out weapons because I was still using sword and shield, and I sucked. But when I tried out the insect glaive, I became a god in that game.
Match made in heaven.
It was. It's beautiful, and ever since then, I only do insect glaive because I suck pretty much on every other one. The other one I do like to play is hunting horn, even though I'm really bad at it. It's just a unique weapon. Whew, moving on. I got a lot to say. It's hard for ABG to like even comment on these because he hasn't played them,
Nope.
and he's gonna have to wait a little longer because next up we have Champions on Narath. You might notice a trend that these are all relatively old games. But,
Yep.
whew, man, give me a second. Champions of Narath. This is what got me into RPG games, period. I don't know how many people know of Champions of Narath. I'm pretty sure most of y'all have heard of EverQuest, the MMO game. I think it's pretty popular. I'm not too sure. I never played it. But I guess this is a spin off, or I don't know how it works. I just remember playing this because my uncle gifted it to us with the PS2 that I currently have sitting in my living room that miraculously still works for now. Knock on wood, still. Anyways, I remember playing, I don't know how many hours. Honestly, the hours in this game I had probably rivals that of what I have in Skyrim, if I'm being dead honest. Me and my brother would play the absolute crap out of this game all day. All day. It was just so much. I mean, it was very linear, the story, but
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there even much to do in there? Like,
dude, the story was like, I'm trying to think. You played a little bit of it, AVG, so.
yeah, I remember.
But I'm trying to think. Do you remember where we left off? Because that's not nearly as far as I think we
I
left off
have
in Deep.
no idea.
I think we left off in Deepville, like the lava place. I think we left off there
Maybe.
because we didn't hunt the vampire lord.
I remember like a dark dungeon thing.
Did
To
we
a
kill the
forest.
vampire lord?
I don't think so.
That's a no. So we're probably that's chapter 2 of I think 5 of that game, and we were barely starting that. So yeah, I think that game has around 30 to 50 hours of story. There's no really side quests. It's kind of how they were in the day, linear hack and slash. Still love the game. I have a new copy because my old copy broke sadly. Got scratched up because you know how games go. But yeah, this was such a fun game because you could play 2 player. You could even play I think 4 player if you had the multi tap, and you would
Yeah, I
just
think
go
so.
through just slapping people around, and you would have 4 different difficulties. You'd have the first one, second one, third, and champion, which is like ridiculously hard. I'm not even there. I haven't really been trying to get there, but still, you would just go through. You pick up weapons, and I just love the system. They have like the inventory. You could pick on the weapons. The enemies are all D&D esque. It's kind of like the same with Baldur's Gate, the old ones, not this one. Dark Alliance and stuff like that. I think it's the same company. I'm not too sure if it's the same company, but it's the same type of game. And I played so many hours, and it's what I loved RPG games. So whenever I heard about Skyrim, I was like, oh crap! I wonder if it's gonna be like Champions of Nara. That was my baseline of RPG games back in the day. And
When
then
did you first hear about Skyrim? Or I thought
it was by you. You were the
Yeah.
first one to tell me, and that was back in 2012. Me and AVG actually had a little discussion about this while we were waiting to check it out, about when we actually learned about Skyrim, and we narrowed it down to 2012, the end of 2012, and then the Legendary Edition came out in 2013, mid 13, and that's when we got the DLC. But yeah, this was my staple go-to game behind ahead of Battlefront. My bad. And yeah, these three games right here, I would just play the living crap out of on the PS2. They were just magnificent.
Chef's kiss.
Yeah. Next, we're going a little newer, but not really. With Dragon Quest: Sentinel of the Starry Skies, another one AVG has not heard of. This
I don't
man,
know any of these.
he has. Yeah, my list is a lot of old games. Let's be honest. Now, Dragon Quest, I don't know where I actually got. I had the DS copy. I'm not too sure where. I think I got it at GameStop, and it was just like in the bargain section, which is fine. I really miss the old GameStops, dude. Remember, like they had the glass with all the Game Boy and DS games and the Game Boys and everything.
I don't know if I've ever seen the old ones.
Dude, the old GameStops used to have glass displays like in the counter where they would have the registers. And that's where I bought my crystal. I remember, I can literally imagine it right now, walking into the store, seeing the Pokemon crystal. I'll talk about it. I'll talk about Pokemon Crystal when I get there, because obviously it's on the list. But I can remember the old GameStops.
I think I really only went into GameStop was to buy like all of the Assassin's Creed games that were available at the time, at least, and that was it.
Yeah, it was rare for me and ABG because we lived in the same town, small town. It was kind of hard for us to get to GameStop because it was out of our town. So it was kind of like a special thing to do. Anyways, continuing on, Dragon Quest: Sentinels of the Starry Sky. This is my introduction to JRPGs, and quite frankly, it's one of the best game. It's Dragon Quest. It's a pretty famous franchise. But and yeah, the Dragon Quest 9. Yeah. They have a new one. What was it? Dragon Quest. What's the number? It's Dragon Quest 11. Yeah, Dragon Quest 11's out now, but this is the ninth installment. And basically, yeah, you're an angel that got fallen from heaven, and then you have to defeat this freaking Antichrist angel demon thing at the very end, and it is ungodly hard. I I cheated because I used the action replay, just pop that in, full everything, and I still barely beat him.
Wow.
It was ungodly. It's Dragon Quest is a great series, and this was a great introduction to JRPGs as a whole and to the franchise. I played a little bit of the other games. They're not as fun as this one, in my opinion. Maybe it's just my nostalgia blinds, but I absolutely adore this game. Has so many hours. You live in a magic choo-choo train. You can ride it around the map. It's so dope. It's just a good JRPG game, and it's just so fun. A lot of hours you could play.
I don't know how if I could ever guess that you fight basically Satan from the cover.
I'm not too sure. Like I can't remember. It's been a long time since I played it. Okay, so basically, you see the tree in the background, the very tiny, like the tree. So that's Yggdrasil, and you have to go around grab like taking fragments of it, like the sap or like something of the Yggdrasil. Like, and some monsters have them. They're like bosses, pretty much, of like the little area that you're in, and you defeat them. You take it, and then you offer it to the tree. Then the tree becomes corrupted, I think, and then the big bad comes and just like, yeah, it's a JRPG. What do you expect? First, you're saving cats, and you're fighting the Antichrist devil. Yeah, you're defeating God. That's literally how JRPGs go.
Sounds like a regular show episode.
That's how JRPGs. Welcome to them. All right, so moving on. I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about Pokemon Crystal. If you've watched the previous Pokemon tier lists with me and Deathpoken, you should totally check it out. Totally not plugging either. you'll know that Pokemon Crystal has a very special place in my heart. I still have a copy of it to this day. Sadly, it's not the original copy that I had because my mom accidentally stepped on it with her high heels and cracked the game, rendering it absolutely useless.
How does that
Cried.
even happen?
I don't know. I cried. Unironically, I cried when I was little, but it hurt my soul. I played at at minimum 1,000 hours. Absolute minimum 1,000 hours of Pokemon Crystal. Eh, there's just something about Pokemon Crystal. I know it's objective. I'm going to be reiterating a lot of points with the Death Poking video because AVG wasn't there, but it's just it. It was the very first game that I bought with my own money, and I was about to say earlier with the Dragon Quest games. I remember I can vividly. I'm right there. I'm opening the door. I see in the case this shiny bluish teal game cartridge. I go on and I see this thing, Pokemon, gotta catch them all. And then it has this monster thing. I don't know what it is. It has like a little diamond thing. Like, oh wow, that's so cool. The cartridge is all like sparkly. Mom, I'm gonna buy this. Oh cool, honey. I buy it and I just played it everywhere all the time. I I would not I would play this morning, day, evening, all day, just play. Granted, I never beat it because, once again, children are idiots. I never figured out how to get past the last town because who reads? Who reads games really? Do you read games, AVG? Like the dialogues?
Not when I can avoid it.
Exactly. Who reads them? Especially kids. We're impatient, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm over here grinding my Pokemon, trying to get them buff and ready to kill everybody. Faint them. Okay. But I remember I've done probably minimum 100 restarts on this game. I remember I went through one time. I went through and did all three starters just to get to the final evolution to see which one I wanted, and then I restarted and did the one that I liked the most. I remember I did a playthrough. I say playthrough, quote unquote. I played through with some of them. I played with only I released my starter and only did Pidgey. I only did literally a single Pidgey on my entire team. I was trying to see how far I could get. Just doing dumb crap like that. And my little brother would watch me play it because he didn't have it, but he enjoyed me watching. He enjoyed watching me play it, and that in turn saw both me and him getting. He got fire red, I got leaf green, and then we would play together. We would trade. We would battle, and then that's why he became obsessed with Pokemon. He not obsessed, but he likes Pokemon. I don't know. It's kind of weird to me because AVG, you have a different experience. You have a little sister,
Yep.
but you can tell me, did she like try to do anything? It's different with brothers, but whatever I did, my little brother tried to like emulate kind of. Like I played Skyrim, he wanted to play Skyrim. I played Far Cry. Actually, no, he didn't really want to play Far Cry. That I remember. But he wanted. I played Pokemon. He wanted to play Pokemon. Did that really happen with your sister?
Well, yeah, I will say, yeah, I'm not proud of it, but it's definitely the same, but I never let her, is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to play by myself.
I mean, low
So I
key,
kind of shut her out.
I kind of got annoyed when my little brother started playing Skyrim on my 360 with my copy, and I couldn't play it. I was like,
yeah, exactly.
I'm like, boy, that's mine. But then he bought the Legendary Edition, which got us the DLC and AVG the DLC. But I enjoyed it. Speaking of Skyrim, see that transition? That was so clean, right?
My God.
We got the 10th anniversary edition, which I am unironically gonna buy because I don't have Skyrim Special Edition on my computer.
Nope.
Anyways, Skyrim. I don't know if y'all know this, but me and AVG, we kind of like Skyrim, just a little bit, right? Just a little bit.
If you need proof.
If you need proof, I mean, I have a few videos, just a couple. Not like the last podcast episode was about it, right, AVG? We didn't talk about Skyrim for an hour.
Yeah, I don't know where they'd get that idea, honestly.
I don't know.
Honestly, we never talk about it. I don't know how.
Do I really have to explain? I'm gonna let AVG explain about why he likes Skyrim.
if the number 1,869
On
does not,
Steam, on Steam only, on Steam,
yes,
not including all
it
the
does not
Xbox and all
include
that.
all my Xbox hours.
I
Yes.
have the Nintendo copy. I have 360, PS4, computer. What else? I think I felt like I'm missing one. No, not PS3.
Oh no. How
No,
many versions they released?
I don't know. I have a lot. I've played a lot. I would not be surprised if I played about 2,500 hours. But I think that's lowballing it, to be
With
honest.
no regrets either.
25 hours lowballing.
All worth it.
Yes. I'll let AvgUSGamer deep down. I would let him talk about it. Skyrim. And finally, to end off my list, I mean, Minecraft. Ah,
Question mark?
I mean, oh god, that image looked so bad, stretched out. Sorry,
Oh my god.
my bad. Anyways, so Skyrim, yes. All these other ones, yes. Minecraft, it was kind of weird. I'm trying to remember because I believe I got Minecraft the Java Edition 2012, right before the Adventure update, and definitely before the horse update, because that was a pain in the butt. Cause you had to redo everything. You had to redo the launcher, and I was a stupid child, so I was like, "What do I do?" But I remember getting Minecraft Java Edition for Christmas, and I was so happy because up until then I was playing the free mobile version, which is still
Oh
back then
god.
had beats, which was exclusive to mobile. I think maybe it didn't have beats, and then it had the Nether Core reactor, which was so dope. But I remember playing. Back then zombies dropped feathers. There were no chickens, or they at least they didn't drop feathers. Zombies dropped feathers.
That
I
makes no sense.
yeah.
And what the fuck is a nether core reactor?
That tells you he didn't play. It was basically you had to do this shrine sort of way. You had to like build a shrine sort of, and you had to put a special block called the Nether Core, and then you had to ignite it or use it, and then it like made a tower of netherrack, and then it summoned zombie piglin. It was the only way to get like Nether exclusive items in the Pocket Edition because it didn't have portals back then.
Uh-huh.
But
And, and how'd you get to the nether?
you didn't. That was why they had the Nether rack or the Nether core in the Nether
Oh.
reactor, so it would bring in stuff that you could use.
Oh, okay.
And I still remember my first world. I literally I dug into a cave or like a tiny little hill, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna use this for my house, my bed for tonight. Because I spawned in a jungle and I was trying to leave it because jungles suck at night, especially when I had no idea what I was doing, and I was in a field or grasslands, and I found a hill, a little tiny hill, probably like 5 by 5 almost, maybe a little bigger. Dug in, slept there for the night. Then I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna make it my home. So then, like, over the course of the next few months, I just built it out. Then I had a farm off using railroads. Then I had a mob spawner, a crappy mine. I mean, Minecraft's just Minecraft. It's the best-selling game of all time. That speaks for itself.
I thought that was Tetris.
No, Minecraft beat it.
Oh shit.
Minecraft is the best-selling game of all. It's Minecraft. I don't know what to tell you. It's just Minecraft. I have so many good memories of it on the 360, playing with AvG and other people on the PS4 playing. It's just Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
So that is my most influential games. Now we're gonna do a quick cut and we're gonna go to AvG's list. All right, and we're back. I know it doesn't seem like it was that long to you, but AvG, he had a poopy.
The fuck are you talking about?
Just kidding.
It
All right.
literally not moved. It's been like 5 seconds.
All right. So what? Okay. So you start. This is your game, AvG. So just which one do you want to start off with first?
I have no idea. I mean, might as well start with Skyrim, I guess.
All right. So we're gonna start off with the big one, I guess.
I mean, might as well.
The big one.
Now, I do not have that good of a memory compared to Ansel, so
I can try and help him.
like I know I introduced Ansel to Skyrim
Yes.
way back when, and I'm pretty sure I got introduced by my cousin who was just like, "Oh, hey, here's a game that I played. I think you like it." It's like, "Oh, cool. All right, I'll buy it." And yeah, I fell in love with it. And then obviously Ansel fell in love with it too, because we're still playing it. I was just playing it literally a few minutes before we started this.
He was.
It's like it's like what else is there to say? Really, it's fucking Skyrim.
I'm like, okay. How about? Do you remember like some of your first playthrough on it?
Like I just remember though how I did it was at the first ranch that my family had in the living room on the big TV. I'd play until really late at night just playing Skyrim.
Dude, yes.
I don't know how my parents got
I don't know how. Is it and that's the TV that we have in the living room, right? Was it on the TV that we have in the living room?
Maybe? I don't know if it's really that old. Oh man.
Maybe
if it is.
I know it was at the new ranch, but not. I don't know about the old one. It's been a long. I haven't been out there.
I honestly don't know if that's really the same TV. That is ages old.
Ancient.
That probably needs a fucking replacement by now.
Yeah, probably.
Oh my god. Yeah, and I remember being on my, or not my swivel chair, but the swivel chair that we had for the PC back then anyway. Surprised we still even had a PC then. Yep, that's really about all I remember. I can't really remember it, like, a lot of the major experiences from the first playthrough I had of Skyrim. I just know that I loved it. That's it.
All right, I guess. All right, what next?
Yeah, this side of the podcast is going to be really short. What's next? What else is on the list? I don't remember.
Yeah, he wanted to make this harder, in my opinion, because he didn't want to do this part right here. So I have the entire list of his games, but he can't remember them.
I guess the next big one, go with Red Dead.
Okay, yep. He's struggling to remember.
Uh-huh. It's like, he the way he pitched this idea for the podcast to me is that, tell me the games that really like defined you as a person or like made you who you are right now. And I don't know if any game really like did that. Like I'm honestly not sure. I know I liked a lot of games.
Totally not seeing the picture right now live.
A lot of them. Huh?
Totally didn't just text you a picture of the document.
Well, I haven't gotten it yet. So.
I just sent it. All right. So yeah. This man, that's all this man
there
played.
We go.
This man only played Red Dead 2 for like ages.
That's because, well, I will know that video games basically did show me that I'm like a completionist, at least when I feel like I can accomplish something. So he can attest that It was back in the old Moses, dorms. So what was that, like, junior? No, not junior.
That was sophomore year.
Sophomore year.
2 years ago.
Like the entirety of sophomore year, maybe even some into junior, that I played Red Dead because I wanted to 100% complete it, which I did. I don't know if I got all the achievements, but I definitely 100% completed the game, and I do not regret it.
We were in the dorms, and this man had a giant-ass TV that was like this big. I don't know if the camera can see it, but he would play this at like 12 in the morning, and I'm trying to sleep, right? So I had to put towels over my bunk bed.
Wait a minute, no, I was still playing it here too, wasn't I?
Yes, but I had to put towels over it, so trying to block out some of the light. But whenever he went into the nice daytime, I'll be flashbanged.
Yeah. Yep.
He's kind of a dick.
Fucking the dorm struggles. You could have said something.
I did, but he forgets. As you can see, AvG is pretty forgetful from years of...
Yes.
Yes. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
I have a very buff right arm.
Yes.
Continuing.
So, like, yeah, this man would only, like, play Red Dead because he would try so hard to do certain things. I remember that one train fight.
Yeah, I broke my controller. Yeah, I remember that vividly, yes.
Describe it to the beautiful viewer.
Alright, so there's this one mission in Red Dead where I think you're in Rhodes, and you're trying to, like, getting good with the deputies. And you're supposed to capture this criminal that they let escape. And one of the requirements for the mission, it's like GTA missions where they have ridiculous requirements that you have to do in order to 100% complete the quest or the mission. So it was take no damage during the fight and you have to incapacitate him without taking any damage while he has a knife and you can't do anything. Like, if I could use my gun to shoot the knife out of his hand and then just hog tie him, it would have been so good. But no, you're just allowed your fists. And oh my god, there's this mechanic where you can grab them from behind and choke them out. But first, I had to get behind him, so I had to avoid
all the while in a train car that's tiny.
Yes. That is so tight that there's barely any room. So I can't just walk around him. So you have to do this thing where you have to like grapple him and then grab him and then throw him to the ground and then you walk over him to get behind him. And then you're supposed to quickly turn around and grab him and then choke him out. But I think the thing was that the choke mechanic is like a chance. Like, you're not guaranteed to get it. Like, he could just escape and you'd have to do it again. And it was so irritating. I got so fed up that I threw my controller on the ground very hard. And it didn't want to work after that.
It broke.
Yes.
All the way.
Oh, and I know, I broke it more with a dumbbell. That's what.
Yeah.
Because I got mad that it didn't want to work, even though I know why it doesn't work. And then I proceeded to beat it with a dumbbell and just buy a new controller. Which I still have now, which I have not thrown that much. So
he has a little bit of anger issues.
Yes.
But yeah, this man only played Red Dead.
Alright, now that I got the document, let's see.
That bottom left one is the VN, so you should know that one. If it's kind of hard to see.
The VN?
Visual novel.
Oh, that's right. Why you spoiling shit?
But there's plenty of ones. I can name one real quick. Just
stop. You know, let's go with GTA 5, honestly.
Alright, we're gonna go with GTA 5.
I think that's a good next one. Just get all the big heavy hitters out of here. Now, I can't say remember a little more about this because got this back on the 360. I still can't believe that GTA 5 came out on the 360. Like, it honestly feels like an Xbox One type of game. And I remember seeing the improved graphics from the 360 to the Xbox One.
I think it lived, like, its lifetime is longer on the the
Xbox One.
Yeah, the one and then the 360.
And PS4, right?
Then 360.
Yeah, it was not that long of a run on 360, I think.
Yeah, I think it was like it was 2013. I'm pretty sure GTA 5 came out.
But man, that
was like the very end of the 360.
Now I can say that I never 100% of GTA 5 because that is even more bullshit than Red Dead. I did Red Dead because it seemed accomplishable. The GTA 5?
No.
I don't think I have that much determination in my body.
Nope.
So I never did that. I finished the campaign. Yeah. Not with as much money as I would have liked. Yes.
Did you do Death Wish?
Death Wish? Yes. Always do Death Wish.
If you choose to kill either of them, you're a jerk. I can't trust you.
Just to see what happens.
I can't trust whoever.
But my first time I did it, no, I went Death Wish. Because how can I kill them?
I can't trust anybody that didn't choose Death Wish the first time. Sorry, you can't trust.
No. Them. And then, of course, there's GTA Online, which I made. I guess I can't say like friends because I mean we don't talk much anymore. I know everybody has their experience with like lifelong friends that they met on like Halo back in the day, but I don't think I ever really had that experience. Or, like, not that I really wanted to anyway. Like I know the people.
I mean,
and we kind of just like drifted apart anyway after a while because like you eventually stopped playing. So
GTA 5 wasn't the first GTA game he played.
No, it was San Andreas, and that was back on the PS2. Which I say, like, I want to give it more of like a role here, like influential wise, but I can't really say that because I never really played it that much.
I just remember you talking about like some of the things like the ghost car.
Oh, I think it was more just the impact that it gave me. Like, okay, like I really got infatuated with the lore of GTA San Andreas. Or not really the lore, but like all the myths and legends.
Like the Bigfoot.
If anything, San Andreas like opened the door for YouTube to me, and then I just discovered more shit on YouTube, like the Vanos crew.
Yeah, Vanos.
Like that, I think that's what I can attribute San Andreas to. The Olive Garden to get your free breadsticks. Hell yeah.
Oh,
the old GTA 5 days there.
Yes, sir.
And then, what's next? I need to keep my phone open. All right.
Then there were 6.
Man, there's still 6 more. Fuck's sake. I think we'll go with another big one. Let's go with Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
What is that image, bro? Why was it like a centimeter or a millimeter even?
I don't know, dude.
Black Flag.
Now, this is the game that really got me into Assassin's Creed. Like, I honestly think it's the best Assassin's Creed to ever come out.
Yeah, duh.
Like, I played this first and went backwards. I went from Assassin's Creed 3 to 2 to 1. It's very backwards, but yeah. But I can't, like, I like the other Assassin's Creed games, but I don't think they were as good as Black Flag.
Black Flag,
Like,
I mean, it's just the best.
I think everybody can agree that 3 was if anything, probably even worse than
Played it, so. I played a little bit of 1.
1 was a lot harder than I thought it would be, especially that end boss fight.
I didn't get that.
And then 2, everybody likes Ezio so much, but I honestly don't think like the games were like all that. Probably controversial opinion again. I'm probably gonna get flamed in the comments. I don't give a shit.
I can't.
I personally do not think they were good, but I don't think they were that good.
Yeah, because Black Flag, you got me.
Black Flag, you have pirates and Assassin's Creed.
Bro, I remember you. I think this is the first game that you actually 100%ed, because I remember you complaining about one Abstergo fragment in the middle of the ocean, and you were so mad.
There's this one uncharted island where there's a fragment like just off of this tree.
He was so mad.
Every time you jump off of it, you just miss it by like you're too far to the left or too far to the right, or you're too short.
So mad.
Oh, it pisses me off. I would say, okay, yes, I might have an anger issue, but I think it's warranted. I only ever get mad when the game doesn't work like it should. Okay, I never get mad about like story or anything like that. It's only ever just gameplay. All right.
Okay.
But I think what I liked about Assassin's Creed Black Flag was the open world. The story was great too. Like you got to see the Edward's development through it. Like at first he was just in it for the money because he was a pirate, but then he just developed character and he realized that like he doesn't just want to be a pirate that just kills and steals just for the hell of it.
There's bigger things at play.
Yeah. I also believed in freedom, like
all the assassins pretty much.
Oh, Blackbeard was fucking awesome.
Yes, sir, my man.
When you the mission where you got to sail his frigate and just go ham on everything. Dude, oh my god,
that was disgusting.
And now you can upgrade your ship and be like the most powerful thing on the sea. And the legendary ship battles. Oh my god, it was just so good.
Those were disgusting, dude. Those were so hard.
You say the collectibles. Okay, you can fix some things, but other than that,
it's a Ubisoft game. What do you expect?
And I think the twist, like in the real world, with the sage still being there and like trying to kill you, and then I think you discover that Juno is still like alive there, right?
I can't remember. It's been a while since I've.
I don't remember. Like, what else can you really say about Assassin's Creed Black Flag? I don't think there's ever been an Assassin's Creed game better, honestly.
Rogue was pretty good, too. It's pretty close.
Rogue was good. It's like a spiritual successor to Black Flag.
Yeah, it really is.
I don't think it's as good as Black Flag. I did like Syndicate, but I think the only thing I liked about Syndicate was the Jack the Ripper DLC.
The last AC game I played all the way through was Rogue.
Oh, and then there's Origins, but I liked Origins, but it doesn't really feel like an Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah, that's the new AC. That's the new Assassin's Creed.
Exactly.
When it became more RPG grindy, like.
Yes, it really was. And I like the costumes on there too, but yeah, it's just not an Assassin's Creed game. Like they just threw in the assassins in there
accurate either.
Into an RPG. Like that's all it feels like now.
I don't know.
So like, oh, well, that's just my opinion.
All right, moving on.
All right, what's the next one? Let's see. You know, let's go with Portal 2.
Okay, we're going with Portal 2.
Now, like I said, I don't know if I could really say that a lot of these games are influential. Like, I like them. Yes, I like them very much. Like, I can replay Portal like a lot, honestly. I do like the story too.
I played a little bit of Portal, but that was mainly multiplayer.
I think the multiplayer is really what did for me the most too, because like I play a little bit with friends, but we can never really cooperate that well. So kind of a hit or miss, like me and Eric's playthrough or Death Spoken for the unaffiliated. It could have gotten a lot better, honestly.
Yeah.
And if you know Death Spoken, he could be very hard to work with. So yeah, it could have definitely gone better.
Agree much.
Mm-hmm. And like, I think the only other reason I like Portal 2 is because it's connected to Half-Life, and now I've recently gotten into Half-Life 2. Or Half-Life 2
overall.
and Half-Life, the first one, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, yeah, but it's just a good puzzle game. I like it. I like the concept.
What next, man?
Next game, I think let's go with Black Ops 3. Why not?
Oh, okay, we're going with Black Ops 3. I thought we were gonna leave that.
Well, there's a lot I could say about Black Ops 3. Like, okay, the campaign. I don't know why you'd ever guide the game.
That campaign was
you can't say you bought the game to play the campaign. You just can't. You're lying to yourself.
I used to go through the campaigns first, like just get accustomed to the guns.
But at this point, you only ever get Black Ops for the zombies. Like, you can't change my mind. Yes.
Dude, I don't know what the developers were smoking, but they were smoking something on that campaign. I was like,
I got
mine zombies. I was like, what in the hell?
There's like a mine virus, and then there's that one mission where you got sent into, like, I didn't even know, it's some other world that's like digital, but there were zombies.
Yeah. I was like, what am I playing?
Oh my god, it made no sense.
But yeah.
And then they got the what was that called? It wasn't Dead Ops. What was that? Nightmare?
Yeah, where it was like going through the campaign with zombies only.
Yeah, it's just the campaign with zombies and power-ups is like, it was so bad.
Like, this was like the Black Ops. This was the only like Call of Duty game that was actually pretty decent on the multiplayer.
Like, I'll just say right now, I never played Black Ops 1 and 2, like at least the campaign.
I did.
I played Black Ops 2, the zombies at least. Like, I thought Transit was pretty cool, but then now that I know the nitty-gritty about it, the fine details, and a more grown-up mind, I know that it's pretty dog shit.
Well, no, because they wanted to have it all open. That's the thing. They wanted it all open. But
there was so much they wanted to do with Transit, but due to the limitations of the console, they couldn't do it.
That's why everybody's hoping like they get a remaster and they redo it all.
I can't fault them for that. But just for me, I still like it because it's just a nostalgia factor. Like, I remember playing it with my cousins. I feel like I played it with y'all a couple times in high school.
Yes, that was cancerous.
Just because that was like the only map we really had, because we didn't have the DLCs. I don't know if any of us could afford
I only had Durais.
Yeah.
I don't like Durais.
Like, I never played any of those. Like, I only remember just playing Transit over and over, just trying to get higher rounds.
So annoying.
I think, like, I fell in love with zombies from 2, and so obviously the next logical step is 3, which
he went a little
really did like.
3. Yeah, he went a little.
All the DLC for Black Ops 3 for the zombies and Zombie Chronicles now, so I actually know how the older like maps are, like Moon, Shinonuma, and the Nocturne Toten.
Yeah.
And the number of attempts we've thrown into trying to get the Easter eggs done.
Not me. I don't play.
Nah, this
I don't play zombies. That sucks.
He's not smart enough to do fucking Easter eggs. Nah, he's not good enough.
Some of our other friends he played with.
Like, it was.
Dang, just name dropped everybody. Okay.
Yeah. Well, obviously they don't know any of them, but okay. Our high school friends, there's a group of our high school friends that I played with that we tried to get the Easter eggs done. And oh man. Oh wait, no, we did complete more than one Easter egg. It was the first one that we tried was, what was the map called? The new like Japanese map for Tokyo. What was it? It was after fuck, I don't remember. Zetsubo no Shima. That's what it was.
I think y'all did get that one.
That's the one with you're on the like Japanese island. There's a bunch of plant monsters, spiders, and everything. And that's the Easter egg we tried to do first, and we eventually did do it. I don't know why we subjected ourselves to that kind of torture.
Dude,
honestly, like you have no idea how many tries we threw at that. And then the last one, I think. I didn't even know if that was the one that we got the Easter egg, but there was one where one of our friends had to leave to go pick up his trumpet for band.
Yeah.
And we sat there for hours waiting for him, training the same zombie and keeping him alive.
Dude, I remember that.
Could finish the Easter
egg. I remember that.
And I feel like we didn't get the Easter egg done in that attempt too, so we just wasted all that time for nothing, I feel like.
It was hilarious.
But yeah, I remember we actually eventually did do the Easter egg. I remember fighting the spider. I remember fighting the end fight. I remember I had dual marshals pack-a-punched, and an MX Garand and not an M1 Garand. It's the MX Garand. And that one of our friends also had the same loadout as me, so that's why we kept it. And when we finally got that shit done, it was so good. And then I could never get shadows done because I never had, or none of my friends ever wanted to do it, I guess, or they never had the chance to. So I just focused on soloing Easter eggs. And I can finally say I did do one by myself, which was what was that called? Der Eisendrache. I finally got that one done. It was so good. I'm so proud. It took so long. I always die at the boss fight.
Yes, he would. That was hilarious.
And just forget any of the other Easter eggs. Like I can't do, or I have tried. What was it, Garad?
Oh gosh.
But I can never get it done. There's just way too much going on in Garad. Then Revelations, oh hell no, I have no idea how to even tackle that. And the older Easter eggs, well, I think you need 4 people to do any of them. So
you need a full squad.
And I don't have enough people to do that anymore. At least
nope.
We all got our lives now. Yeah. But yeah, no, I just fell in love with zombies in general because of Black Ops 2 and /3. So yeah,
pretty fun. All right, what next though? We only got 3 left, guys.
Wow, damn, already. Let's see. I think I'll go with fuck it. Let's get Black Ops. I mean, not Black Ops. Battlefield 1.
Yeah.
Now, I don't really put this here because I think just the campaign was really impactful to me. Like, you always hear about war, like from history and everything, but you're so detached because all you're hearing, or you're like reading it from a book,
maybe
or just hearing it from a teacher. But seeing it happen, like I feel like movies and video games do a good job of just like conveying that emotion or the feelings you get from being in a situation like that. Like you can't get that from a book, really. I mean, yeah, you have your imagination, but like seeing it, I think is so much more impactful.
Yeah, Battlefield 1 definitely did that.
Oh yeah,
Jesus.
Like the first campaign, or what was it? I don't know. With the tank
story. Oh yeah, the stories. He was a private driver.
Yeah, and then you shelled yourself to try to kill all the Germans, and I think they were Germans. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Germans, I think.
But to try to get them or to kill them, and you don't know if you're gonna survive either. And when that cut to black, I thought, oh, we're fucking dead. Okay, well, that's nice.
That's nice.
Then the one, I feel like everybody also loves the Italian one where you're like the Juggernaut with the machine gun.
Italian
I really like that one too. I hate the second part of that mission. I wish you got to keep the armor and everything, but that first part where you're just gunning everyone down is fucking great. Then what was? Oh, and the tutorial even was pretty.
There was also the plane.
I love the plane one.
What about the Australian one?
The Australian one?
Yeah, where they attacked the fortress.
I think at the end when he sacrificed himself was pretty dope. That hit hard. I was like, he's trying to protect that guy, or the new guy, and fucking ended up sacrificing himself in the end. Yeah, that hit pretty hard. I don't even remember the other 2, or was there 2, or was there just one more?
There was a Saudi Arabia one.
Yeah, that's right.
We had to take out the the tank, not the tank, the train. And then they had the Bolshevik Revolution DLC.
They have a DLC.
Mm-hmm. The Bolshevik Revolution.
I thought those were just like maps for the
online. I think that's a story. That's a story.
I don't remember seeing that, and I feel like I got everything.
In the top right, I think. Anyways, but yeah, dude, the multiplayer too.
Oh, and then multiplayer, yes. Oh my god. Whenever I had friends to play with, dude, we go ham on that shit.
It's so fun.
We just got into it somewhat recently, just played it a little bit. I mean, there's not that many people left on the servers now.
Very sadly.
We have gotten a couple lucky games, but then there's also hackers, which kind of ruin the experience. But oh man, getting back into sniping on that game, it was so good.
I'm a medic, I'm just trying to revive everybody.
He's over here as a medic, but charging into the front lines and gunning down everyone. While I'm over here, like spotting people for him and just taking people out when I can.
Well, you're down to your last 2, man. So you got to pick.
Hold on, I'm not done. I also remember. One of my vivid memories from Battlefield 1 was also when I got a Flame Trooper kit. It was with one of my other friends from college back in high school with dual credit.
Oh yeah.
and he got a medic, and so he just spent the whole game trying to keep me alive while I would just burn everyone to death.
Yeah.
Like I nearly lasted the whole game with just that one flame trooper. Like
No, honestly,
it was
yeah,
so good.
you could do that.
I don't know how many kills I got. Honestly, I didn't
A
even know if I
lot.
was like definitely a lot. I don't know if I really got that high on the leaderboard though. I don't remember exactly, but I just know it felt great. All right, now we can move on. Now the next one I think is gonna be Far Cry 5.
5? Oh, we're gonna end off on that one, huh? Interesting.
Yeah, we're gonna end up on that one. Yes.
Interesting.
Now, Far Cry 5. This is the first. Oh, okay. No, never mind. That's a lie. The first Far Cry game I played was Primal, which okay, I guess it makes sense because technically in history it's the first one because it's back in how many years BC?
It's ancient.
You're a caveman, but it's a
Yes.
Far Cry game. I still liked it. I mean, the only thing I didn't like was I think it's a little slow at the beginning, and
Definitely.
then trying to collect all the animals. It's just so much RNG collecting all of the animals. Like the one that I remember the most is the striped wolf. That was the last one I needed to get.
Only, and it's not even the best, dude. It's just
No, it's not.
So
but to get all of the animals you need to get him. It was so
I'm
fun.
missing him on my.
Yeah, that's why
Oh.
Ansel here is so upset about it. It's because he might have accidentally killed it. I don't know how it happened, but
I killed it. I was so
I got
sad.
lucky and realized that there was a striped wolf, and I got that bitch, and I was like, oh,
so
finally.
Sad.
I think I completed like all of the missions, and that was really all I was doing was trying to collect the last of the animals. And I didn't even know how long. I feel like maybe it was a couple days, maybe weeks after I finished the campaign or all the missions that I was still trying to find that fucking wolf.
That thing has so. It's like the freaking shrouded ghost, dude. I swear.
Oh, fuck the shrouded ghost. Even you got that. Fuck you.
I got lucky.
But then there's Far Cry 5, which I think was pretty impactful for me. Like, I could replay that. Honestly, I could still be playing it if I really wanted to. And also now that they added New Game Plus, where you could just keep getting all the perks and everything, and I already have all the weapons. It's great. Like, I like the setting of it being in Montana in the U.S. I think that was pretty interesting. The Cult also, I feel like they got some banger songs. The Cult.
Whoa.
And honestly, it turned out to be right in the end too. So like, if I would have loved to seen like an alternate ending, maybe where you actually work with the Cult, so you're prepared for the nuclear apocalypse that happens in the end. But
he's kind of the one that did it, though.
True. Wait, what do you mean? No, if you listen to the radio in the game, you already heard that there was shit going down outside of Montana. Like, you already knew the war.
I haven't played it, so.
Yeah, like, you heard about, like, conflict with China and shit like that, so you already knew it was coming, really. So, yeah.
So, Far Cry 5 is a prequel to Fallout? Question mark?
Honestly, I think that'd be pretty dope if that was canonical. But no, I don't think it could be. That's what, like, I think the war is a lot more fleshed out in Fallout.
Yeah, it is a lot more.
Now, another thing I really liked the DLCs for Far Cry 5. Like, there was the Mars
the Vietnam DLC. One, right?
The Vietnam DLC was so hard, but I liked it, though. Just because you weren't guaranteed a weapon. You had to find them, and you had to find the better ones too. Like, there were all silenced versions of guns that you could get, like the Dragunov, the M14, and the trusty bow. You can never go bad with the bow. And then you also had to save your other like squad mates without them dying, because they could die. So I never used them. I just let them roam the jungle so then they wouldn't die. Killing all like the heads of the military, taking out all the AA guns. Oh man, I had 100% that shit though. But I will say it took me a while. Yeah, it was not fun.
Not surprising. It's a pretty big game.
And then Mars, I loved Mars. You were going around just shooting space crabs and flying around everywhere. It was great. I honestly loved it. Honestly, if there was a whole game like spin-off of just the Mars, I would totally buy it and play it.
Nice.
And then the zombies, I like the zombies too. Like, it's a little weird in my opinion, but I still liked it. I don't know if I liked it more than the other two, but it's up there.
Well.
All right. And now for the last game, which is Doki Doki Literature Club.
No, it's totally
The original
it's totally a
and Game
different one that
Plus.
starts with the female character of Team 7 and Naruto. Totally, it starts with that one. And it ends with something that you delve into, like a dungeon.
Oh, never mind. Now I know what you're talking about. No, we don't talk about that. You don't want to
Anyway,
kill my channel before it even starts.
uh,
But for anybody, that knows what Doki Doki is, I think you know why exactly it's on here.
bro, that thing is
Like for the
psycho horror for
unaffiliated
sure.
right now, yeah, it looks innocent on the surface, but the more you play it, it's gonna fuck you up. Like
Yeah.
I've shown 2 people this game now. They had no idea what it was, and now they know, and it's affected them too. Yeah.
I mean, he showed me the game. I was so sad because I was playing at 10:30 at night, and then I was like, "Oh,
Oh,
look,
his
it's
experience is so good.
Sayori. Why is she hanging? What?
What the
She's."
fuck is going
I was
on?
like, "Oh, I'm just gonna go to bed now."
Yep.
Then I came out. I was like, "Oh."
I will say, sadly, I was introduced to this by my ex now, who shall not be named.
Oh no.
I hate that fact, but I love the game. I hate how I got introduced to it, but well,
Still.
that's one thing I could be thankful for from that whole ordeal.
Yeah.
And yeah, didn't know what to expect, but shit.
Yeah, it's
And
a
of
roller coaster.
course, had to try to 100% complete this too. But before, with the original version, there was no like completion shit. Like it was really all RNG, and you actually had to go through the files yourself, like the actual files, in order to like find some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And now they got new game or Literature called Plus, which I have 100% completed. Now that that's actually possible, and now that they're actually teasing the new game too, I just can't wait.
That would be dope.
And,
yeah.
well, the side stories are also great too. Yeah, they don't like relate to the actual main game, but they were still pretty cool.
They're just there to like help flesh out the universe.
Yep, and all the fan art that I could use for reference. Oh, the music too. They had some pretty good soundtracks to the game
Good
now.
music player.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah. What else can I say about that? Oh yeah, Just Monica. Yes.
Yes. I'm not gonna sing anymore because we're gonna get copyright strike. So
How you
this,
gonna get copyright strike, bro?
well, you know how it is. Anyway, so I hope you guys liked this video. I mean, I enjoyed making it. Obviously, AvgUSGamer, I don't know about him, but I kind of forced him to do it. But I think he enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it?
A little bit towards the end, yes.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, when he started speaking.
Yes.
But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the podcast. Make sure to comment down below. Do you agree with some of our games? What are some of your favorite games? What are games that have influenced you? So yeah, make sure to leave a like, comment that down below. Share the video with a friend if you feel like it. It really does help the channel grow. Also, comment if you want any topics that you want us to cover.
Yeah, please. We are very uncreative.
Hey, this topic just sprang to mind 10 minutes before we started filming. So anything can pretty much go. We are waiting. Once some things come in, we are planning to do. You know which one I'm talking about, AVG, right? When some things get shipped in.
Oh yeah.
We're waiting for some things to come in before we do one that I want to do and AVG does too. So yeah. Until then, guys. See you on the next video.
Bye.